Today we're going to do a quick review of these Flambeau 4006 TT Tuff Tainers. I actually just picked these up during Tackle Warehouse's 25 days of Christmas sale. They came up pretty early on in the sale, in the first week or so, if I recall correctly. And they came in a 4-pack for $9.99. I've got to say, thus far, I am extremely impressed with them. I'm typically a Plano guy. I typically organize all my tackle using Plano boxes. And I kind of got these because there were 4 of them for $10, and I was looking to get some free shipping, if I recall correctly, and I needed this to push my order over $50. Spent the morning going through and reorganizing some things. I was previously using these style Plano cases right here for jig storage and for terminal tackle storage, which is what I've kind of put these Flambeaus in service for. But you can see the ones I was previously using are these double-decker Plano cases. I like the concept to them. I like the space-saving concept of these Planos, but in practice, out on the water, out on the boat, it just wasn't very practical. It wasn't very feasible. It didn't work very well for me. When you would open the top, you can't have the top and the bottom open at the same time without dumping everything out. The adjustability of it to get things in there right, you can see over time the inside here is kind of warped out a little bit. I just wasn't real thrilled with it. I kind of felt like there was a better way, and I think I've found a better way here. So these are the Flambeaus that come with these I forget what they call them, no rust or Z rust or something like that, inserts that go in there and are supposed to help keep the your lures and whatnot that are in there from rusting. But as I mentioned before, I'm using them for jig storage and for terminal tackle storage. And I'll just kind of take a minute and go through how I've got each of those set up. Before I do that, I'll show you these. I had to look it up too because I wasn't quite sure. Like I said, I pretty much used Plano exclusively up until now. But these 4006 series, so you can see here just for size reference, this is a Plano. I think it's a medium crankbait organizer if I'm not mistaken. But right around the same size as the 3600 series Planos, and that's important in my tackle box on the boat because everything being the same size helps it stack easier, helps keep it in order. Anyway, I'll run through how I've set each of them up. This is a box that I use for swim jigs. This is all of these are actually made by a company called Mr. Super Bass. It's a local tackle company here in Virginia. I'm not sure if you can get them many other places. But I love them a lot, so much so that I've got that's all I use for a swim jig. The dividers that go in here, unlike some of the Plano cases, they slide right in, they stay fit, they stay flush all the way across, they fit really, really well, and I'm really happy with them. This is probably the best jig storage solution that I've been able to come up with. I've tried a bunch of different things. Those double-decker Planos that you saw there were not the first thing that I tried. But as you can see, the skirts, they stay down in there, and they work really, really well. And then I use masking tape, so I've got all of my 3/8 swim jigs on this side and all of my 1/4 ounce on this side. And then I've got my football head jigs in here. Again, these are all some fairly sizable, fairly heavy jigs, and they all sit right down in there. You just give them a couple little pushes, and the skirts stay down. They stay separated. And it's working very, very well. So. And then the jig storage was good in and of itself, but where I really truly feel like this is starting to shine, some miscellaneous jigs there, is in my hook storage, my hook and terminal tackle storage here. One of the things I like to do is I'll take the packaging that each one of the hooks that I use, I typically will stay with one type of hook once I decide I like it, and I'll cut it so that I can drop it in there so I can tell at a glance what I'm running low on, what I need to re-up, what I need to order. But again, these are working very, very well. You get everything in there. I've got it all organized, and it can move around, and the stuff stays in its respective containers. Something that I always had a problem with before in the Planos is I would have to tape these down a lot because they would slide under the dividers in the Plano. But that doesn't seem to be a problem with this. It seems to be working pretty well. So, like I said, Tackle Warehouse, they came on the 25 days of Christmas sale 4 of them for $9.99. Personally, I don't think you can beat it. Go check it out. It's the 4006 Tuff Tainer Flambeau tackle storage case.